I decided it's time for another video blog. So even though I'm going to talk about writing, I'm not going to write about writing, I'm going to talk about it. Part of the reason for the video blog is that I want to show you that I am dressed in black, which is not typical for my style, but I'm dressed in black to symbolize my rebellious and contentious spirit. And I would like to roll up my sleeves to show you my really awesome hardcore tats, and maybe to show you, I'd like to show you a few of my piercings, but unfortunately I'm still kind of creeped out by needles, and since I probably have to get the H1N1 vaccine at some point, I've decided that'll be enough pain for this month. So I'm going to forego the tats and the piercings, but I still want you to know that I'm a rebel and a troublemaker and a rabble-rouser and totally badass. Now, this actually doesn't have anything to do with the thing I posted earlier about church politics, although admittedly I've been known to rouse some rabble there too. No, this is about NaNoWriMo. Now, as you may or may not know, the month of November is sacred to writers the world round as NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, in which thousands of writers attempt to break a sort of personal best challenge to write 50,000 words in a month. I've done it before several times, always find it a great experience. This year I'm doing it again. But this year I'm a nano rebel. I'm breaking all the rules. Some of the rules around NaNoWriMo, because it's really, the purpose of it is really to help writers get past their writer's block and their mental block around writing. Some people just are so busy self-critiquing and always have the inner editor running, and so they can never actually get anything out on the page because they're constantly taking that first page and trying to make it perfect, or worse yet, afraid to put anything down at all because of their fear that it won't be perfect. So some of the rules of NaNoWriMo are you can't edit. You can't go back and work on a previous piece of work. It has to be a totally new piece of writing, and you have to start at the beginning, push on through 50,000 words, never look back, never evaluate, never edit. And it is a great way to get past some of those blocks and get 50,000 words, which is a good solid chunk of a novel out on the page. Well, last year, as I had done in many previous years, I took on the challenge. I started this novel that I'd had an idea for ages before about a time-traveling medieval monk who winds up in the bedroom of a grad student in 21st century St. John's, and the adventures that they have together, wacky hijinks ensue. And as some of you long-term blog readers or writer friends may remember, I worked on that novel all through November last year, had some highs and lows, thought it was great, got totally sick of it, decided to push on to the end, and in the end what I had was sort of a skeleton outline. It had a beginning, a middle, and end, but there was a lot of stuff in between that wasn't fleshed out. And I thought, oh, I'll go back later and revise and add to it like you're supposed to do with your nano novels. But way leads on to way, and it's been a busy year, and I've never gotten back to it. I keep coming up with excuses to put it off. So this November, I'm doing this totally rebellious, wild thing in which instead of starting a new project, because I really do not need another unedited novel around here, I've gone back to last year's nano novel and I'm trying to add 50,000 words to it. It's a very different process. Instead of just pushing through and writing beginning, middle, end, I'm trying to find all the spots where there are gaps and there are parts missing and go back and attempt to fill out a little more, add in some characters, add in some conversations. So far I'm at 16,000 words. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 50,000. Mainly because I don't really know if this novel needs another 50,000 words. It might not actually need that much more, but I've decided if I add 40,000 words and it's as complete as I need it to be, then I'm just going to, I don't know, start something else and write 10,000 words of drivel. Or I'll just add an unnecessary 10,000 words just so that I can cross the finish line and I can say, yes, I was a winner. I did NaNoWriMo this year, and more, much more than this, I did it my